Today, my hope is to be as candid and transparent with you, the viewers, as I possibly can. I'll start by sharing a little bit of background with you and some of the things that I experienced when this project was presented to me from the Father. And I realized that every aspect of my life became under fire, and it became so intense that the thought that it's just a coincidence quickly escaped my mind. And instead I realized that a war had been brought to my doorstep as a result. And I do have to say that when this commission was brought to my attention, the flesh rebelled mightily at the idea of being put on display, potentially for anyone in the world to tune in. The insecurities and other struggles crept up, especially the idea of dealing with such a heavy and impactful subject matter. But then I felt the Father say to me, "Josh, what does any of that have to do with simply following through in obedience?" I realized that I was to take strength from walking in obedience. And the thought occurred to me that if just one person, one soul, was saved from their sin, or one believer was inspired to continue to walk the path, to continue to bear fruit until the last day, this entire project would be worth it. And you know, once the first video was posted, it's amazing how the attack seemed to subside. Almost like the devil looked at his troops and said, "We're done here. This battle is lost. We'll wait until a more opportune time." So I share this with you as encouragement for any of you out there who have also been given a commission by the kingdom. And each step of the way, maybe you've also encountered your own struggles, and perhaps you're getting so close to that final step. So I hope that this encouragement will be enough to push you that extra mile so that you too can experience victory. What I have to share in conclusion is the single most important subject matter that I desire to communicate to you, the viewers. More important to me than even the first 3 videos. And that is this: every message that I lay before you is something that I have had to walk through myself, painfully so, over the years. I in no way am standing on a soapbox. I am not elevating myself above my fellow man. Rather, I am attempting to simply hold the door open for those who desire to look deeper into truth. There are events in my past of which I am so incredibly ashamed. And I understand that there'll be a certain measure of pain that may follow me the rest of my days. And yet then again, there are instances in the past where I stand in such incredible wonder and amazement and thankfulness at the Father's mercy and guidance. And somehow the combination of the two have formed this tapestry that makes up the fabric of my life. You know, we all have a history of some kind that we would desire nothing more than to blot out from the pages of our lives. And there will always be some people who will judge us on the man or woman that we used to be. But I want to encourage you with this. If you have experienced genuine redemption in the Messiah, I want you to know that person no longer exists. Did you know that? there was a death and a burial and a resurrection. The person you were is no longer. The act of baptism represents this truth. Being submerged in the water, the death of the old person, coming up as a renewed life. Glory be to God that from now onwards we know no one according to the flesh. And if we have known Messiah according to the flesh, yet we no longer know him as thus. So next week's topic will be the wonder of redemption. And until then, I leave it to your thoughts, prayers, and consideration. See you then.